Hello everyone, this is the second video of my bingo tutorial guide. I apologize for not having worked on this for a couple of months. However, I have recently become #1 in points of Ocarina of Time player on the Speedruns Live, and in honor of that, I've decided to start working on this again, and more frequently, so expect more of these videos in the near future. But for now, let's focus on this video, which will go over and figuring out which forest escape method you're going to want to use after your bingo, after you've decided which bingo you're going to do. So, putting the Deku Tree aside, because that's also an option, is the first thing to do. Either way, you're going to need to escape the forest at some point, and you have two methods that you can do. One is to escape through the Lost Woods to the Fairy Ocarina cutscene, which will be referred to as Method 1 now, and then the Aqua Escape, which you'll do from the Lost Woods and then take the Zora's River warp using the Navi Dive, and that'll be referred to as Method 2. So, Method 1, the Fairy Ocarina cutscene, the only reason why you'd really want to do that method is if you need the Ocarina, or if you need the time of day to be a certain time. And so we have a bingo here, and on this bingo we see that it's not only Ocarina heavy, we have to play Zelda's Lullaby a lot and get a Epona song and whatnot. Not only is it Ocarina heavy, you also have to notice there's a Epona song. So you have to think, what do you need for a Epona song? You need to wake up Talon, and that means you need to get a Pocket Cuckoo, and that means you have to wait for it to hatch, which means you have to wait for it to become day again. So, if you do the Aqua Escape, and you go to Kakariko first to get Choose, then it's possible to make it to the castle before night, but it's insanely hard, and you'll see later that I don't make it, even doing very good strategies. And so therefore, you'll probably want to do Method 1 Forest Escape in order to get to castle before night and have it be nighttime. So that'll make Epona song go faster, and you'll also have the benefit of having an Ocarina, and therefore you can use the Ocarina to set up a Scarecrow song, to play Zelda's Lullaby faster to get those two goals, the double defense and double magic, which will save time as opposed to doing Ocarina items, which takes 10 seconds each. So that's the advantages of Method 1. Method 2, the main advantages are it saves a lot of time if you don't need to go and get a Epona song, or you don't need to get Zelda's Lullaby, for that matter. If you don't need Zelda's Lullaby, there really is no advantage to doing the Aqua Escape method. Unless you want to become an adult immediately, in which case Method 1 would be better for that, in terms of accurately getting to castle before night. Now, for Method 2, if you need magic beans to plant for RBA later, it's a very good strategy to do Method 2, the Aqua Escape. And you'll be able to make it to Kakariko before night all the time. You'll see later that I do a Wes. I'm just doing that to show off. You don't actually need to do a Wes. You can talk to the owl, and it'll be no problem. You'll still make it. So, okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm timing everything. The time it takes for Method 1 and Method 2 to get to Kakariko Village, the time it takes for it to get Bomb Shoes, and the time for it to get to the market. Now, the route on the left is the Method 1 escape, which is the Fairy Ocarina cutscene. Method 2, which is on the right, is the Aqua Escape. Now you'll notice the rupee routes are different, because you need to get a shield for Method 1 to do the clip later, you'll see. And then you don't need a shield for Method 2, because you'll get that in the bottom of the well, which saves a lot of time. Oh, and you'll see I make little mistakes here and there. When I made the mistakes on the first run through, I made sure to do equal amount of mistakes on the second run through so that the times would be approximately accurate on each marker, like when you get to Kakariko, Bomb Shoes, Market. Yeah. So the times are fairly accurate in terms of in terms of how they relate with each other. So now, what do I want to say now? Oh yeah, now I want to go. Oh yeah, the second bingo. Now we'll go over the second bingo, and you'll see why you'll want to do the Aqua Escape. And that is because, really, it's because you don't need Zelda's Lullaby. It's pretty straightforward, and you're gonna be RBAing later, perhaps. Nah, maybe you won't be RBAing. Nah, you probably won't RBA the Goron Ruby. You could actually legitimately get that. But if you need to RBA something, you can get Magic Beans, and it's really convenient. So now let's just go over what exactly we're doing. So we've already gotten to the Lost Woods and the Aqua Escape method, and you'll see the strategies. Rewatch this video again and follow each route to get the optimal route for both strategies, for both forest escape methods, and then you'll be good. You'll be set. Oh man, sorry, I keep coughing. But yeah. So watch these routes, and yeah, you'll also be pretty interested in the times. You'll see that getting to the market, I won't spoil anything, or I won't spoil it, but getting to the market is surprisingly pretty close in time. So you might be wondering why it would even be a good thing to do one method over the other, because they're both fairly close in time. But you'll see getting to Kakariko is so much faster with the Aqua Escape. And so if you don't need choose, I mean, there's a lot of factors that determine which method you'll want to take, and one of them is choose, bomb choose, that is. It is about, you'll see it's about 1 minute slower to do the method 1 escape. However, it's almost 2 minutes slower to get to Kakariko Village using the method 1 escape. And so if you all you need is a bottle and you don't need bomb choose, you should definitely do the Aqua Escape. It'll save you huge amounts of time. But if you need bomb choose, still choose to do method 1. It won't save you as much time. So if you're uncomfortable with some method, or you know you want to get to the castle before night, then definitely do the method 1. And then you'll also see later that getting to the market, since it's only close because I choose to just show you how close the timing is if you just wait for it to become day again. And it is it's very close. And so what you should do during that time, it's a 1.5 minutes is how long it takes for each cycle, each day-night cycle. So 3 minutes total from, say, like midnight to midnight again for a 24-hour cycle. 1.5 minutes for each day-night. So what you should do during that time is plan your bingo accordingly. So if you have a bingo that has magic beans, like in this one, like at least 7 magic beans, what you should do during this time, instead of just waiting for it to become daytime, you should go back to Zora's River and get 7 magic beans. That would be a good strategy to use. And then you can plan it so that it's daytime again. You can go become an adult, or you can go trek across and plant the bean in Lake Hylia. Whatever you choose to do. But sometimes sitting around and waiting for it to become daytime is the only thing you can do. And as frustrating as it is, just know how long it takes. And just knowing how long it takes for it to become day or night again is kind of a relief. So you can plan if you need to wait. You'll know how long it'll take, and you'll know how long you'll be waiting. So as you can see here, oh yeah, also before I get carried away with something else, I want to say I'm not going to talk about the bottom of the well. I'll save that for another tutorial because it's such a long. It'll be a long tutorial to describe all the how to do the bottom of the well effectively. But anyways, you'll also pay attention to my my well diving strats. If you don't have a shield, go back and see how I did the well diving strat with method 2, the Aqua Escape, and then look how I'm doing it now with the method 1. and yeah, that actually saves a lot of time to do method 1. And then also, I won't be getting a shield in the bottom of the well because I already have a shield. And so therefore, by the time you get bomb chews in both methods, it'll only be about a minute faster using the aquascape, which is something to consider when you do your bingo. So if you need to play the ocarina 6 times for whatever reason, maybe you need to lose health for cutscene skips. That saves time alone. Or maybe you gotta play it. It might just be faster to get the ocarina. And also realize there's another factor that will determine which method you want to take. Is I'm dying. Is if you're gonna be going through, you're gonna be save warping a lot, and you'll be going back to Link's house. And doing an aquascape like 3 times, it'll eventually be slower to aquascape 3 times than to watch the method 1 cutscene a single time, and then you can use that as a quick access to Hyrule Field after you save warp. And so if you don't understand that, it's kind of hard to explain. So let's just say if you do the aquascape 2 times, it'll be about the same time as watching that entire cutscene. And so if you do it again, it'll be slower. So that's something to consider when you choose which escape to use. And so now, as you can see, I've already gotten bomb chews. However, I've considerably caught up. Somehow, I've magically caught up, and that's primarily due to not having to get the shield at the bottom of the well. So the times are close, and at this point you might be thinking, why does this even matter? The times are so close, just choose which one. Well, 2 reasons. 1, it's good information to know. I didn't realize the times were this close myself, so I'm learning something right now. So you'll just know, and you'll know that either way might not matter, and then therefore you won't have to worry about if one way matters or not. Or 2, you'll know all the ramifications of using one method over another. So now, looking at the times, and yeah, looking at the times, a minute 15 is the difference. And now on method 2, I'm just waiting for it to become daytime, just to show you time comparisons. And as you can see, it'll be daytime, so you won't be able to get a Epona song very quickly at all using the method 2. But using method 1, you'll be able to, so that's one advantage. And you have an ocarina in this one, you have nothing in that one, but you can pick up magic beans, of course. But I didn't, so I could keep all the variables equal and show you that the times comparisons are very accurate. And yeah, so looking back at the other bingo, right now I would be collecting magic beans, and then after I'm done with that, I would be going up to what was that? Oh, probably, I don't know, doing. That's probably all I need to do. It'd probably come daytime soon enough, and then I could go and complete the rest of it as an adult. And method 2 would be faster for that bingo. But method 1, getting a Epona song, would be faster for the first one. And those are the main things to consider. And I've managed to say all of that in this little 15-minute video. And that is basically conclusion. So, because you guys might be overwhelmed with information, conclusion, if you need an ocarina, do method 1. If you need magic beans and you don't need an ocarina, use method 2. And time of day is important too. And where you're going, if you're becoming an adult immediately, or if you need to go somewhere else like Lake Hylia to plant the bean, etc., that matters. So these are all the factors that can determine which method you want to use to escape the forest. And so, I guess I'll sum it up by saying, thanks for watching, guys. Expect more videos, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I will do my best to respond to any questions and reply to all comments. Alright guys, thanks for watching.